Hey Julie, happy Thursday. I just want to start by saying that I really liked how you shot your last video. It was really cool to see DC passing above us, I guess you could say. So you asked me what the best supporting actor or best action movie of 2010 was. And to tell you the truth, I haven't seen a lot of action movies this past year, so I'm just going to do the best supporting actor instead. The first nominee would be Joseph Gordon-Levitt from Inception. And you know how much I love this movie. I know how much you and everybody else love this movie. So I had to pick him. He just kind of came out of nowhere in terms of movies. And I always enjoyed his acting. But in this movie, I really enjoyed his character and how he played it. It was very stylized. He had a lot of really good lines. And then, of course, the famous rotating hallway scene was done really well. And overall, it was a great performance. I just think he added a lot to the movie itself, which was an amazing movie. My second nominee is actually a movie that Leo did earlier this year called Shutter Island. It's by one of my favorite authors, so I read the book. And Leo was, of course, great in this movie as well. So I'm going to nominate his supporting actor, which was Mark Ruffalo. At first I was a little nervous when I heard he was playing Chuck, but he did the role really well, and I'm not going to give anything away because at the end there's a really big twist, but he just did an amazing job, and I really enjoyed watching that movie too. Okay, the third nominee is actually a movie I just saw recently and I fell in love with because it's so funny. Death at a Funeral. I don't know if you heard about it. It was kind of a blip on the radar in terms of movies this year. It had Chris Rock, Martin Lawrence, Tracy Morgan, Zoe Saldana. It was amazing. And the supporting actor I think did a really great job in this movie was James Marsden. In the movie, his character accidentally takes acid because they thought it was Valium, and it is so funny how he acts on acid that throughout the whole movie I was just watching him and he cracked me up. Like, the whole movie itself is really funny and you should see it, Julie. And my fourth movie, I know I'm cheating a little bit because I don't know really if you can nominate voice actors, but my fourth nominee is gonna be Despicable Me, Jason Segel, who plays Vector. And you know how funny this movie is. It is, like you said, a really feel-good movie. And I love Jason Segel. I love him in all his movies. I love him on How I Met Your Mother. And when I heard his work on Despicable Me, I liked it because he didn't sound like himself, which is always a good voice actor when you don't initially recognize the person who's doing it. But he was so funny as the villain, and it really helped to make the movie. So I guess I'm going to pick the winner based on who surprised me the most in their role. Honestly, all the guys surprised me with their acting in these movies, but I think the person I was most surprised about and took away from the movie thinking, wow, he really did a great job, was Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He was one of the characters in a movie that had a lot of characters and a lot of plot. He was one of the aspects of the movie that I remember. There you have it, Julie. The best supporting actor of 2010, in my opinion, is Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Since it's Friday and basically the finale of the ExRoommates Awards, I thought I would give you kind of a big category, or at least a category that you could think about and maybe upload on Saturday if you really needed it to. Give you a choice now. I was going to ask if you wanted to do, in terms of 2010, the best comedy or the best horror. But then I was like, well, maybe since it's the end of the decade, maybe she would want to tackle the best novel of the decade. I know you read a lot of books. I know you would have your opinion on the best of the decade. But then I was like, well, that's a lot for her to research. So I guess what I'm saying is feel free to pick any or none of what I just asked. It's up to you, and you have the weekend to think about it. You don't have to upload on Friday if you don't want to. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the categories, and I will see you on Monday. Bye.